Quite the reaction to the tale that she told to the president in the dining room following that
Well,
speech.
first the dining room, but then inside the Beast, the car, the limo, saying he wanted to go up to Capitol Hill. And they said, you have to go back to the White House. And according to her testimony, he says, I'm the effing president, take me there, and then goes to grab at him. Listen, this testimony is, first of all, stunning, because we haven't heard this. Two, it's compelling because of her proximity to power. All of these people directly having conversations with her. I think, as we've seen before, it's methodical. We always point out the caveat. There's not a minority here that's pushing back or questioning the other way. But it leads up to January 6th, the concern that it might, quote, get real bad in the days before, the concern that the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers were going to be there, the concern that there would be weapons on the mall, and then radio transmission that they saw weapons. AR-15s and others. And then the testimony that the president was really concerned about the crowd, that they weren't allowed in through the magnetometers. He wanted the crowd to be bigger, more robust. And she quotes him as saying, and she was there in that back room behind the stage, I don't effing care that they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me. Take the effing mags away. Let my people in. They can march to the Capitol from here. Let the people in. Take the effing mags away. Listen, all of this is firsthand. So it's from her listening to it. That's why it's so compelling, and that's perhaps why we have this hearing that popped out of nowhere. And I think what you pointed to, Sandra, was the most compelling when she quotes Mark Meadows saying, Pat, you heard the president. He doesn't care. He thinks Mike deserves it. He doesn't think they're doing anything wrong, as far as they're literally calling for the vice president to be hung. And then Pat Cipollone says, this is effing crazy, according to Hutchinson. This testimony was very compelling from beginning to end. She obviously had access to all of the players. We are now hearing from the former president on various posts where he questions her accuracy. He goes after her directly, says he doesn't know who she is, and said he didn't lunge at the Secret Service agent in the Beast. That didn't happen. He says he didn't throw his lunch against the wall. That didn't happen, and that she's lying. Cassie Hutchinson is under oath on Capitol Hill. The president is on Truth Social, making his statements. What was so compelling, I think, is how it was laid out. But the testimony in and of itself is really powerful.
I think that was a pretty good breakdown of the hearing today, pretty much to the point, and covered most of the most significant points. A lot of the false narratives that we've heard from right-wing media have pretty much been debunked. The talk about, I mean, this was obviously a stupid rebuttal from the get-go about he said peacefully. That was just insulting that people were using that as a explanation. You look at the full body of evidence of everything pointing in one direction, which is leading people to a point that we would expect this kind of a violence to potentially occur. But he says one phrase of peacefully, and they think they can just keep repeating that over and over again, and that's supposed to eliminate all the other evidence. I mean, it's absurd. But that's been debunked because he first of all, he knew that there was going to be a potential attack. He was warned multiple sources. They chose to do nothing. There was talk about Proud Boys and Oath Keepers in the White House prior to January 6th. Talk about occupying buildings. So this information was known to the Trump administration, but they pretended, like they didn't hear anything. Let's just keep going. But more importantly, Trump, knowing that there were people there with guns and AR-15s, he wanted them to be marching to the Capitol. So the idea that it was just a peaceful protest, that some random people decided to go too far. No, Trump, the president of the United States, directed, and a lot of folks, you watch on right-wing media, you probably don't even know, they weren't supposed to go to the Capitol. They had a permit which did not allow them to go to the Capitol. The only reason they went to the Capitol is because of Donald Trump. Donald Trump changed the plan of this rally, which was supposed to stay at the, what's it called, the Ellipse. He changed the plan after knowing that there were people there with weapons to have them march down to the Capitol, and he legit wanted to march with them. What do you think he was thinking when he wanted to march with a bunch of people, an angry crowd with weapons? You tell me. This is Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.